everyone, welcome and welcome back. I am Brielle, for those of you who are new here, and this is Bree's Tarot. My quick little spiel: I only make readings every once in a while when I feel called to it. I am not a full-time tarot reader. If you want a reading, you can reach out to me. I will not reach out to you. I don't think my account is popular enough for any scammers to pose as me, though. That's just like a little heads up, I guess. I felt the need to say that. But anyway, yeah, if you want a reading, you can go on my website in the contact section, and the Bree's Tarot portion's kind of hidden because it's also just my film website. I work in the film industry. I don't know why I'm going into so much detail about that. Who cares? Anyway, so I feel like making a reading, and I'm going to see what the topic is after reading these cards, and then just kind of title the reading for you guys so you know what it is. But I'm going to kind of go into it blindly. So we have these crystals to choose from. I'm blanking on the name for this one right now, but pile number 1 will be this amethyst. Okay. Pile number 2, this is serpentine. Okay. Pile number 3, I feel like I'm really blanking on the name so much. I feel like it starts with an A. I don't know. But this blue crystal, and just keep in mind this would be for throat chakra and all that. These are just starter crystals that I got. I bought this from a fair, so I don't remember all the ones that I don't have multiples of. And a quick shout out to my friend Ella. Her shop is called Lavender and Love. I got this beautiful necklace from her. Love giving her a shout out. She is going to be shipping out some stuff actually today. She won't be able to ship out things until probably after October 26th, as she is getting surgery on her foot. But if you are interested in her stuff, you can just follow Lavender and Love on Instagram. I'll I can share the link to that. It's Lavender Love 3 or something. But anyway, so let's start with pile number 1, okay? And like I said, we'll see, we'll get an idea of what this reading is going to be. I'm using my Arcana Iris Sacred deck. You can get this from Labyrintho's website. I barely use this deck, but this is the movie tarot. My friend gave it to me for my birthday a couple years ago because, again, I'm a film major. For some reason, I don't like to read this cards that much because I always get confused, honestly. But I feel called to use it and, practice with it. But I also have 2 decks that I'm more comfortable using. So the Shadowscapes Tarot, if you know, the original cards that I read on all the time. These cards are the most worn. I use these all the time. So anyway, yeah, let's get started and just kind of get an idea of what this message will be for pile number 1, okay? And, I put timestamps in the description, so you can always skip all of this. Okay. All right, thank you, Spirit. We're going to get a message. This will be a general collective message for pile number 1, and it'll set the precedent for the readings following this, okay? We're going to see what key message will be for pile number 1 and get an idea of what this question is going to be. Oh, let's get a message for pile number 1. Okay, the Fool. Oh. 9 of Swords. It's funny, I was just thinking about Forrest Gump the other day. How Jenny is high out of her mind, and she's standing on the ledge thinking she can fly, and then she kind of knocks herself out of it. Some of you could be very naive people, or you could just be starting your spiritual journey. 4 of Swords, Page of Cups. I don't know who that is supposed to be. That's where. All right. The bottom of the deck was Justice, but it's kind of in the reverse, and it's Clint Eastwood. All right. a second. So when you get your major arcana, this is usually going to be the forefront of the entire reading. I feel like some of you guys could be like very new into your spirituality. You could have just had like an awakening recently, and I feel like for some of you, you're kind of in a state of like restlessness. I see you waking up and going back to sleep, waking up, going back to sleep, getting a message. Up, sleep, message. Because the Four of Swords is like, that talks about rest. But the Nine of Swords, that's like anxiety, and that's like someone staying up at night overthinking something. So you could be kind of getting like spiritual downloads when you're sleeping. You could be getting like some like kind of prophetic dreams, and you should be taking note of what they mean. I think maybe for this pile, you should start journaling, have a dream journal, and just kind of keep note. Even if like, you know, you might feel like you're not going to want to hold a little tiny book around all the time, just like in your phone and your notes, just like type in certain dreams that you had. I feel like Spirit's kind of saying, don't really share these dreams with other people, but just like keep it in your own mind, because you could be getting some psychic downloads from these dreams. Okay. I feel like with the Page of Cups, there's like this moon in the back. It's like this mystery. Maybe a certain person is kind of communicating with you. It could be like a spirit guide. It could be like someone in your soul family. Some of you guys could be having a spiritual awakening after meeting a soulmate, you know. But let's get a few more cards though, because it's only the beginning of the reading. Thank you, spirits. Let's clarify these cards. A Fool, Nine of Swords, Four of Swords, Page of Cups for pile number 1. Now, the color purple, like, that is associated with like your crown chakra. So yeah, I feel like some of you guys could straight up be getting like psychic messages. Okay, well, at the bottom of the deck is Ace of Wands in the reverse. You have the Ten of Chalices in the reverse, Art in the reverse, which is like, this deck just has like an extra major arcana card. This is kind of like the Lovers, but like a little more cosmic and passionate and all that. Okay, the Sun card and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Something just kind of tells me that like this is not physical yet. Like something has not reached the physical realm quite yet. I feel like you really are getting some type of psychic downloads that are reaching out to you in dreams. For some of you, you could be like on the precipice, I guess, of meeting your soulmate. Okay. Or it could even be like you're about to meet like a new version of yourself. But I kind of feel like this is related to another person, especially with this card, because like I said, this is like the Lovers, but just more intense energy. But it's in the reverse, so it's kind of just like it hasn't happened yet, but maybe you feel the energy coming. Okay, because even like the, you know, the Ten of Cups, this is like, that's like the happy family, happy ending, but it's in the reverse. So it's just like this is slowly approaching. And for some of you, it could have been like a recent like death in the family. Okay, like maybe a loved one had just recently passed away, and this could also be triggering your spiritual awakening. So it's like either the breakdown of family or like kind of meeting new family, like, or like in the future family, because like your soulmate, soul family, like you could be coming in with them later, if that makes sense, you know. But with this Sun card, I feel like this is meant to be positive. So it's kind of like, I feel like for most of you, it's just that realm of you haven't met this person yet, but it's going to be a happy type of union, a happy meeting. And it's not like you're not coming from a place of like sadness, but you're starting to like notice more things around you. I feel like you're just starting to connect to your higher self and your spirit guides, your ancestors, all of that, and you're just trying to like kind of make sense of it, because the Page of Cups, people usually just are quick to say like, oh, Page of Cups, that's you know, if you have feelings for someone, they have feelings for you too, but it's also just like creatively being on the same page, and it's kind of like kind of like a telepathic communication, okay? It's like you're hearing a voice, but you don't know who it is, okay? Let's see. So like maybe tell us more about this, like this entity of sorts. I'm gonna pull my Shadowscapes Tarot. It's funny because like before I started this reading, I feel like I was kind of thinking like it might go in the direction of like, you know, how far into like your spiritual journey are you or whatever, but or like your soul mission, soul purpose, all that stuff. But it's like so many different people that read these or watch these videos. Thank you, Spirit. So let's kind of get an idea of like who or what this entity is. I can never do like that. Oh, that was cool. I just did that. Why should I do that? Oh wow, so Justice shows up again, because for the movie tarot, the bottom of the deck was Justice in the reverse. Four of Pentacles. Chariot in the reverse. The Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So, okay. Well, Justice is Libra energy. The Chariot is Cancer energy, but I'm not entirely feeling like this is related to a zodiac sign, though. It's like something happened to you where you're just like, it's just not fair. It's not fair. Okay? Four of Pentacles. That's like very materialistic, miserly energy where like, you know, you kind of keep your things to yourself, your possessions to yourself, like you don't want to lose it. The Chariot is in the reverse. It's kind of like a slow moving, like no one's coming towards you right now. Okay. But then the Queen of Wands, it's like this very attractive feminine energy that's kind of like magnetic and draws people to her. Okay. I kind of feel like with all these cards together, I don't know why I'm getting like brain fog right now, because I like had it like as I'm picking up these cards, but yeah, just give me a second. Okay, so for those of you who have met someone that you feel is your soulmate, or again, if you're about to meet them, you might be a little impatient right now. Like you're kind of rushing. You want to see the results of it right now, and you're like, it's not really fair. Like I feel like I know who this person is, or I met this person but they're with someone else right now. I can't be with them right now for whatever reason. I'm upset about it, and it's just like, just kind of feeling like it's just not fair. I never get what I want. I'm getting the short end of the stick, like that type of energy. But I feel like as you kind of go further into your like spiritual awakening, spirituality, you'll realize more why it's happening the way it's going to happen, and like you'll understand like the timeline more. Okay, I'm like staring at like a little elephant figurine, like just like this. Elephants are wise, they never forget. I feel like you're really connected right now to your past life, and like you could just be getting dreams about your past life, actually. Like the dreams that you're having, which you're just like, this is so weird, like sometimes it feels a little too vivid. It could be because you've experienced it in a past life, and it's just like your spirit guides are trying to deliver this message to you in like, you know, the best way that they can. Maybe they are making it a little more modernized by bringing in people that you know currently, like you know in real life right now, to kind of represent those other people. These could be people that you've known in a past life. You could, if you're having dreams about certain people, like dreams about certain people that are in your soul family that are gonna kind of bring you closer and closer to like your soulmate. You know, you could be having dreams about them, thinking about them a lot, and like they just keep popping up, and you're wondering why. Like what is this message? What is this supposed to be? What am I supposed to be learning here? Okay, I kind of just feel like you're trying to decipher these messages, and you could even be like, it's not fair because like I don't know what any of this means. I feel like I'm not getting a real message, but I feel like you are getting a message, but right now it's really vague to you, and you're just trying to figure out what on earth it could possibly mean. Whenever I do these readings, some random thing will just happen just in my day to day that somehow ends up, you know, having to do with the reading in one of the piles. So I had a dream, you know, I already know who my soulmate is. I met him a few years ago. But I had a dream that like I was just like I was, well, I don't want to give too much detail to my dream right now because I feel like I'm not supposed to. But I had a dream that I was just kind of around like their friends, which apparently are they're supposed to be like part of my soul family, and I'm always, you know, my friend group is parallel to their friend group, but we're not really interacting with each other that much. And it seemed like one of them were like kind of being flirty and trying to like, I don't know, like trying to do something or like talk to me, get my attention or whatever. But I kept being like, but my soulmate's over there, like way away in the corner, just kind of being shy, and you're not really, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be like so freaking vague right now, but I feel like it's also not good to always share too many details of your dreams either, but you kind of get the idea. So you could just be like those people being in my soul family, obviously they were different people in their past lives, but their souls are all the same. So that's why I feel like they're very significant to me, because they're not just like, oh, my crush's friends, you know, like it's like these people are part of my soul family. I'm meant to be friends with these people. I'm meant to get to know these people. I'm meant to know them through or even outside of my soulmate, and then we all just kind of come together and there's like a purpose, whatever. But I feel like with that feeling of a soul family, like certain people might confuse it and think that you're their soulmate, when really it's like, no, you're soul family. Like you're meant to be in each other's lives, but not like in a romantic way, not in a sexual way. But I feel like because that energy is very intoxicating, very magnetic, they might misconstrue it a different way. So maybe if you already know your soulmate, or if you're about to know your soulmate, maybe like, you know, they're already with their soul family, close friends of theirs that like maybe know you, they acknowledge who you are, and they feel an attraction, a draw to you. Okay? And especially with the Queen of Wands right here, like just this very beautiful, sexy, magnetic energy, regardless of your gender. But they could just be really drawn to you, and they're trying to figure out like why, you know, because like maybe some of these people around you are starting to awaken to this too. Maybe you ran into someone that's part of your soul family recently, and they're thinking about you more, or they just kind of feel like, oh yeah, no, we really need to make sure that they and our friend get together, because I feel like they're supposed to be together, I feel like they're meant to be together, whatever. You know, very niche message right now. I'm not trying to get too crazy specific right now, but I just feel like that could be a thing for some of you. Like, basically, like, in layman's terms, maybe some people are shipping you with your soulmate, and they're realizing that you are important to that group, not just like your soulmate, but you're important to that group as a whole, and you're all meant to be around each other. You're meant to be friends, you're meant to be close, and maybe you hadn't seen them in a long time, or maybe again you're just meeting them and they just feel really drawn to you, and they just feel like something about you is really important, you know? Hopefully that makes sense, right? I'm not trying to like make it too specific, like I said, but and let's I want to pull more of the movie tarot. I feel like your reading is pretty straightforward. Thank you, Spirit. See, like, these cards don't bend. Like, I really never use these cards. Let's get some maybe closing messages. I don't know why the reading is kind of short right now for you guys, but let's get some closing messages for pile number 1. This is too many cards. That's too many. Let's get only a couple. Pile number 1, closing messages, soul family, shit like that. Ten of Swords, bottom of the deck. All right, 3 of Swords in the reverse, 7 of Swords in the reverse, the Empress in the reverse, which is also Taurus energy, 3 of Coins, and 8 of Coins in the reverse. Okay. So there's still this sense of like heartbreak, disappointment of like, man, it's not fair. Maybe you face some type of rejection with your soulmate, or it's weird for some of you. It's almost like you're heartbroken before this even happened. Like, maybe like you see this person and you're remembering like how it didn't work out in the past. Maybe for some of you, like regarding your soulmate, maybe you guys never got a chance to be together in the past life, and you need to be together in this life, okay? 7 of Swords in the reverse. That's like that very sneaky, deceptive energy. But I feel like that's kind of already what I just said about how, like, if some of these people are in your soul family, they might kind of get the idea that you and them are meant to be together. So there could be just people kind of interfering with your connection, because like a lot of people in that group are attracted to you, because again, soul family, like their soul recognizes you from a past life, but you could have just been friends in a past life, but they're thinking of it as like, I kind of want to be with this person, I'm attracted to this person. Like, they might try to kind of steal you away from your actual soulmate. Okay, there could be some karmics, but the energy is very deceptive. I feel like the energy is tempting though, because you could be attracted to them too, because you recognize them just like how they're recognizing you. So you need to just kind of use your discernment and know who is your person and who is just people that you're sure meant to be around and like keep in contact with throughout your life, versus like the person that you end up like marrying, the person you're meant to be with and have a whole like life with, okay? Because I feel like these people are thinking about you, and it's just like, yeah, they could just be interfering with this like union that you have. Okay, the Empress in the reverse. I kind of feel like that's just like maybe your divine feminine energy is kind of being blocked right now, and just to kind of start getting yourself involved in things that are going to heighten your divine feminine, you know what I mean? Like maybe meditating more, maybe eating some, you know, some more fruits and vegetables. I'm seeing maybe tending to your garden or whatever. Just like things that will make you feel beautiful, things that will, like, you're just getting more in touch with your feminine side, because maybe you've been dabbling more in your masculine energy recently and it's just out of balance. Okay, some of you could even have like an estrogen imbalance, okay, like a hormonal thing maybe. Okay, I'm not a doctor though. 3 of coins and 8 of coins. 3 of coins is just like working together. Okay, I feel like when you guys like physically are really in each other's space, you are meant to work together. Maybe you all work in the same career field, maybe you all just have like the same, you know, mission, and you're just meant to come together to, you know, help for the greater good, you know, like maybe bring justice where you feel like things are injustice or unjust. Okay, like, yeah, for some of you with the Justice card in reverse, it's not really about you, like you feel it's bigger than you, especially like what's happening right now with like war crimes. You could be feeling like, I wish that there was something I could do, I wish that I could make a difference, because I'm seeing so much corruption and it's just like messed up. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, when you and your soulmate come together, you are meant to be like humanitarians, you're meant to be like kind of like saviors, I guess, you know, like not in like a weird culty way, but you're meant to kind of bring the highest good and kind of guide other people into like this new wave of like spirituality. You know, people were talking about the age of Aquarius a couple years ago. I think we're still like approaching that. I feel like people said that the age of Aquarius was when the pandemic was happening, but that's kind of in poor taste though. I don't know exactly when the age of Aquarius is starting, but I feel like it started very recently, if not already. But there are a lot of people that are awakening, a lot of, like, you know, star seeds and all that, that are like at their highest level of being, and they're meant to guide others, you know, into this. But I kind of feel like this spiritual journey that you're on, you might, like, it's kind of under the guise of just a romance that you have with a specific person, or a pending romance, but it's so much more and it's so much bigger than the two of you, if that makes sense. And yeah, with the soul family too, they're meant to kind of be a part of this as well, but because from like a superficial standpoint, they're just thinking, oh, I just find this person attractive, but it's like, it's more, it's an energy, it's a drawing to the energy. But like, to kind of go back to what I was saying before, because I feel like this is important just to reiterate, I feel like the members of your soul family are starting to awaken now. At first it may have just been you and your soulmate, but now other people in your soul family, like close friends of theirs that have been there for a long time, maybe even like close friends of yours, you know, are really starting to awaken to this like kind of group connection that you guys have. And feeling like they want to make a difference, which is nice. That's great. 8 of coins in the reverse. This is like, in the upright, it's like this apprenticeship, working hard, a student, but it's in the reverse. So I feel like that's kind of also saying like for these people who are just newly awakening, like for some of you, you could have already been awoken for like a few years now, like a while. But maybe for the rest of your soul family, that's probably all awakening at the same time. You have a lot to learn, and maybe start like, you know, following some teachings or just doing some research on your, you know, the spiritual journey, and like putting some more energy into yourself to reach that level of awakening. Okay. Wow. I kind of feel like that's it for you guys, pile number 1. So yeah, your soul family is starting to awaken, and you might be getting a lot of dreams right now about them, about your soulmate, and you have to pay attention to these dreams, take note of these dreams. And the people in the soul family are probably more drawn to you right now, or are maybe if they're just meeting you, they're getting drawn to you, and they might think it's just an attraction type of thing. You might be attracted to them, they might be attracted to you, but it's just because your souls are recognizing each other. And these people aren't your soulmate, your ultimate soulmate, but they're around your soulmate, and they're going to be kind of bringing you closer to your soulmate if you don't already know this person. But you guys are also supposed to kind of be around each other and be close to each other for this, like, for the greater good outside of yourselves. Okay? I hope that you enjoyed that reading, pile number 1. And if you want a personal reading, you can reach out to me. Like I said, you can go on my website. I'll put it in the description, and just in the contact tab, you can like reach out to me for a reading. My readings are like pretty cheap. These video readings is like $20. It's like an hour long reading. But yeah. So have a good day. Pile number 1. All right. Pile number 2 with the Serpentine. So the first pile was a lot about like spirituality and soul family and things like that. So I feel like that kind of might be the idea for these readings. So I would just say like, what's something you should know about your spiritual journey and where you're at right now, okay? But otherwise, let's just get like general. But I feel like it might be around that theme, you know? But we'll see. Thank you, Spirit. So this is pile number 2 with the Serpentine. Let's get some messages for them, things that they need to know. If it's the same topic, or not, or if it's a little different. Let's get some messages for pile number 2 with the Serpentine. Messages from Spirit. We're getting a couple of the same cards from the last reading. Six of Coins at the bottom of the deck. It's like a giving energy. Oh, that was really weird. I kind of flipped over. The Hierophant. Let's just keep note of that, I guess. Or maybe those could be the clarifier cards, because it looked like a small handful of cards. That was really weird. I don't know if that even got on camera. Like the deck, I put the deck over it and then my hand just kind of pulled it and then like it flipped a bunch of cards over. Anyway, so 8 of Coins, which is the last pile got that, but it was in reverse. You got the Ace of Coins in the reverse. 9 of Swords, which again, they got that too. And the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer energy. I feel like people mix it between Cancer and Pisces. I think it is Cancer though. So yeah, Cancer energy, the 9 of Swords. That's that overthinking, staying up late. Ace of Coins in the reverse. Is kind of like saying no. Okay, Ace of Coins in the reverse, like some material that you might be asking a question, and this is saying like no, or not yet. This hasn't come to you yet. Okay, and 8 of Coins. Some of you could be students, apprentices, learning something new. Maybe like kind of entry level at a job that you're at. And you might not quite be where you want to be financially yet, or like maybe you haven't had this like, I don't know, this realization of what you want to do quite yet. Okay. With the 9 of Swords, there's like a lot of anxiety here. Like maybe you feel like you're in over your head or biting off more than you can chew. You feel like you're not going to be able to handle this like workload. Okay, so again, some of you guys could just be like new students, or like maybe they're doing like a residency program or something like that. Then we have the Chariot here, which is like the major arcana card. I feel like something big is going to come into your life, something very like powerful, but that's just like the Chariot is a very literal card. Like someone just they're just coming in on a chariot. I don't know if this is gonna be a specific person. It could be like a mentor for some of you, but where you might kind of feel like you're maybe lost, or you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing right now, or I feel like I'm not good enough for this thing, like what, you know, like for whatever it is that I'm doing. Then maybe they're a registered nurse, or maybe like you're going to law school, or maybe like, you know, you're just like a student in general, or you switch career paths recently maybe, and you just kind of feel like, am I making the right choice? Okay. May Spirit was clarify these cards. Also, like, look up Serpentine and like the qualities, because this is Serpentine. Look up like what healing properties a Serpentine crystal has. There's like a lot of discs right now. The Hermit. Too many cards. Oh my gosh. Hangman in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Sort of like pen smudged onto this. I don't know where that came from. Alright, so Princess of Discs in the reverse, Prince of Wands, the Hermit, Three of Chalices. Oh my god. Virgo energy, Cancer energy. I do feel like it's just like this very slow moving energy still. Or at least maybe you feel that you're just like, I don't know. Wherever you are right now in your life, you feel like you're not really seeing much return. You're not really seeing much fruition. Like maybe, I feel like mostly just money wise. Maybe some of you guys have like a small business or something and it's like not doing well. You know, something like that, or like you're kind of like investing in yourself and you're just waiting for this, you're waiting for the results and it's not quite happening yet, but I feel like someone's going to come in and kind of like give you some sort of guidance, like a mentor. And I feel like if this is like, you know, well, there's like a couple of different people here right now, but I kind of feel like maybe the Hermit and the Chariot, like there's just like an older, wiser energy, like just someone who is very experienced in your field, and they're going to kind of teach you, they're going to help you. Like they don't want you to fail, they want you to succeed. They're going to kind of give you some pointers and just kind of show you what you need to do in order to kind of feel like successful in this thing that you're doing. Prince of Wands. I would say be careful, because there might be someone who is like pretending that they know what they're talking about, but they could be like trying to scam you, or you know, just trying to make a quick buck off of you. So just use your discernment and just be careful about like who you're looking up to for certain guidance and certain things. Okay, I hope that's not like insanely vague right now. With the Hermit card, I feel like that's kind of just like going within and like I feel like you'll find the answer to, like, you'll find the solution to this yourself after just kind of looking within. and like really just putting more thought into it. Okay, I don't know if there's like something that your guides don't quite want you to know yet, because like I apologize how vague this message is right now. I hate when the readings are like what are you saying? It's so vague. I hate that. But wow. I'm just gonna pull more clarifier cards. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, but look, with the abundance, it could be like, yeah, 2 different people that are kind of going to be a mentor for you. And even if you do pay attention to this Hierophant card right here, these are like 3 very powerful individuals that are going to kind of like, guide you on this. Like ship could be just like really business savvy people, or like literally whatever it is. Maybe people will invest in you. I don't know why, like the second I pick up this deck, I'm like, okay, I think I understand what it's saying now. But I feel like people are going to really invest in you and kind of help you reach this goal that you have. But just be careful, because again, there could be one person that might pretend that they want the best for you, but they're just trying to take money from you, or like that they're just like scammers, and you have to be careful of those people. Yeah, the Devil. The Strength card in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. Those cards came out very seamlessly, actually. Okay, and the 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Very specific, not to scare anybody. I know that this kind of something that's happening with my friend. But like I would say especially if you're kind of trying to get into spirituality and hone in on any spiritual gifts that you have, please be careful of cults. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. Please be careful to not join a cult by mistake. I feel like that's that devil energy right there. This is very specific, like very specific. I feel like I think if my friend is watching this pick a card, she probably chose this pile, because like, not to go too much into their personal life, but I feel like they are working with this person who claims to be like this shaman that's like, like, oh, this guide to love and light and healing or whatever. But I definitely just got cult vibes from this person, and everyone that I'm telling about this is also like, yeah, that person's definitely a cult leader. You need to get your friend out of there immediately. Cult leaders do pry on people who are like, they feel like they are lost, they feel like they don't know what they're doing in their lives, and they're like, oh, I'll show you the way, follow me, just pay some money and I'll teach you this, or and or like they could be draining your energy of sorts. And again, like, be careful. Really use your discernment, especially in the spiritual world, okay? Please be careful with who you're working with, because they could drain your energy, and the Strength card in reverse, like, they could be kind of draining like your strength and your willpower. Once you're in a cult, you can't get out. And these are real things. It's not like things you just see on TV. Cults are real. Be careful. Okay, if you feel like you're in a period in your life where you're like, I'm lost, I don't know what I'm doing in my life, I need some guidance, just like pay attention to what certain people are saying. If they're thinking that they're like actual gods, like fucking this Hierophant card, if they think that they're holier, if they're acting like they're straight up pastors, they're acting like they're these crazy enlightened spiritual, like they have big egos, they're narcissistic, like they think that they are literal gods, watch out for those types of people. And I feel like if you can avoid that dark energy, you can avoid those types of people, then you will be successful, inevitably successful. And it will actually, like, and say if you're kind of involving yourself with someone that might have like kind of cult leader tendencies, which, like, look up cult leader tendencies, like on YouTube. There's like so many videos on it. I was watching a bunch of them like all week. If you're working with these energies already and you feel like only bad things have been happening to you, you feel like what they're saying or doing isn't really working on you necessarily, and you don't really feel that different, but like, you know, and they could be, oh, this life-changing thing, like, oh, this Reiki or whatever, and you're just like, I don't feel that different. You pay attention to that. Pay attention to the fact that it might be a phony, and it's just like, this really is not what I was expecting, you know? And then like, they're hard to get out of if you're in too deep, but if you're only kind of like dabbling in it, or you're just kind of meeting these people, just kind of walk away from them however you can, and then your energy will pick up again. You'll have more positive energy around you again, okay? Like, that was so specific, but like, I'm so serious. And like I said, I want to pull these cards that kind of popped out. So yeah, the Hierophant, like I said, Two of Coins, Page of Cups, Queen of Wands in reverse, Seven of Cups. Okay. There's a lot of temptation and illusion, okay, with that Seven of Cups. Like, it's like you have so many options, but it's kind of like Pandora's box, okay? Notice like these squiggles and these lines are matching. If you are looking to some sort of mentor that isn't really who they say they are, they could be acting like they're skilled in various different things, but if you look closely, you'll be like, oh, that's the same thing, you're just calling it something else. Or like, you know, you taught me how to do this, but it's the exact same method as this thing you taught me, and I don't think you're not really teaching me to be well versed in different things. You're just showing me the same thing over and over again, and just kind of like making it, like putting it in a different fancy glass to make it look like I'm learning something new. Okay, again, with spirituality, there's certain people that act like, oh, I do egg cleanses, I do Reiki, I do shamanism, I do this, I do that, and it's like, you don't know what you're doing. People tend to dabble in things that they don't know anything about when it comes to spirituality. And when you're first doing spirituality, when you're first getting into it, you want to learn everything. You want to do everything. Just stick to one thing, okay? Stick to one thing you want to do and hone in on that ability, okay? Maybe you're trying to decide between two different practices. Stick to one right now. Stick to one and really master that one thing, and then you can maybe go on to the second thing, okay? But don't put too much on your plate. If this is non-spiritual stuff, say again, you're in school and you're majoring in something, you don't have to do like 2 or 3 different majors. You can take a class without having multiple majors in something. That's what people, like freshmen in college, they tend to do that. They major in too many things because they want to learn everything. But it's like, I could take a psych class without being a psych major, you know? So yeah, that energy of dabbling in too many things, maybe because you have a small business and you're trying to like make yourself more marketable by taking different avenues, trying to do this and that, but then they're all like kind of weak things because you're not like, like they're not the highest quality because you're doing too many things. Okay, just focus on one right now. Okay. And the fact that the Hierophant is like the Godfather, like the Godfather was a dangerous person, you know, like they were the mafia. People were freaking dying, but everyone looked to this person as like their leader, and they would have been better off if they just kind of stayed away and didn't involve themselves with this person, like with this mafia, you know. Like I said, some of you seriously could be dealing with a cult or around a cult. Okay. Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is Katniss Everdeen, and she was like really standing for something, like she was the Mockingjay, but it's like in the reverse. I feel like whoever this energy is, they don't really have a leg to stand on. They don't really want the best. They don't want the greatest good. I feel like it's just a scam, okay? Whoever this mentor is of yours. Okay, this Page of Cups. I keep being drawn, like, because the last pile had this too. I keep being drawn to like this moon in the back, like something is a mystery to you. There could be some love bombing happening, you know? Like you feel like this person's showering you with love and compassion and all that, but in reality, you know, there's something kind of below the surface, you know? Thank you, Spirit. Actually, I want to pull these cards. I'll pull these cards again. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm not trying to alarm any of you guys, like, you know, because obviously this won't apply to everyone. I would just say the worst case scenario is you could be kind of involving yourself with a cult leader or whatever, not realizing it. But for other people, it could be like, you know, it's funny. MLMs, those like money making pyramid schemes, those are also cults. Those are like financial cults, you know? So like, again, pay close attention, because you could be like looking to someone as a mentor that you should not be your mentor. It doesn't have to be spiritual. It could be more in your materialistic life, but don't like, you know, maybe if you're trying to do a side hustle or whatever, you're trying to make more income, or you want to feel more fulfilled spiritually or whatever, just be careful who you're looking to teach you this, because whoever this is, they have no idea what they're talking about. They're fakes, and you need to understand that anything they're fucking saying is dangerous to you. Because whether, you know, you lose a lot of money, or they're draining your energy, draining your bank account, but just be careful. Ten of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Well, we have Queen of Wands in the reverse again. I feel like with the Ten of Wands, that's like a burdensome energy, but again, I don't think it's your energy, but I feel like whoever this person is, they have a burdensome energy. They're going to drag you down because they don't have their shit together. They're not who they say they are, and it's like you're just gonna kind of absorb their negative energy, you know? Two of Cups, Knight of Swords. There's this like thing of love bombing that I was talking about too. Like they might kind of present that they have this loving energy, like, oh, you're the chosen one, you're so amazing, love and light, blah blah. But then like the second they kind of have you where they want you, I feel like they'll start to kind of vilify and like, you know, be abusive or say abusive, hurtful things to you and try to tear you down. Okay, so Jesus Christ. Yeah, very interesting. And also, you know, the Serpentine, the crystal itself is, you know, has healing properties and all that, but Serpentine, I just feel like you have a snake around you, if that makes sense. I mean, it should make sense after this reading, but yeah, I feel like you might have a snake around you, someone who's not really who they say they are. And they might be coming from a place of like a huge ego, but they don't really know what they're talking about. And you have to just really pay attention to who you're working with and who you're around, okay? I feel like that's as straightforward as it can really get, honestly. But yeah, pile number 2, again, be careful and look up what Serpentine has, like healing properties Serpentine has, because I am drawing a blank. But don't fall for things that people are saying. Don't be too gullible, and just be careful. And I hope that whatever financial setback, spiritual setback that you're having, hopefully you'll be able to kind of like, you'll be able to find the answer within. You'll be able to kind of look within, and you won't really be relying on this other person or other people to help you, okay? And just be wary of joining some type of sketchy, weird group or a cult or whatever. Because, again, an MLM could be a cult. A lot of spiritual groups can be cults. That's how a lot of these come to be, because one person is like, oh, I'm so enlightened, I will show you the way, and they're straight up, they have a cult, and then they start to control the things that you do, what you eat, how you look, and all that stuff, and it's creepy, it's really weird, but don't fucking think that those people selling like those weight loss supplements aren't also a cult in their own right, because you're never going to make as much money as the top 1% person selling. You're investing more of your money to get these products to then sell it, and you're not really seeing much of a return. You have to give your money to other people. Like just steer clear of pyramid schemes. They're not a get rich quick type of thing. You're locked into that bullshit, and you're not really going to see, you're not going to see any type of results for maybe years, if you see any at all, because usually people will end up leaving before even getting anything in return. Just don't even bother with those types of things. Don't bother with the spiritual community that's like telling you that they know everything and that they'll show you the way, because those are scammers. Those are cult leaders and they are dangerous. Okay? Pile number 2, please stay safe and use your discernment. And this was a very specific message. If you're just like, I don't think this applies to me, you are more than welcome to watch a different pile. But for some of you who did tune into this, yeah, there could be a dark energy around you. Be careful. Not fear-mongering, just be careful. Okay? All right, pile number 3. I think, ooh, lapis lazuli? No, I don't, sorry. I don't think this is lapis lazuli. I think lapis lazuli is actually like the darker blue. I swear I think this starts with like a letter A. It's not aquamarine. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Oh my god, but yeah, this beautiful aqua blue crystal is yours, pile number 3. I really do not know why I'm forgetting this. I got this crystal years ago. I have a little guide that shows me what all those crystals were in that box, but I keep forgetting the name of this, so I'm not even gonna bother. Pick this pile. Here's your message. So far, a lot of these readings, or the last 2 readings, seem to have some type of spiritual undertone to it. So I think that's what it's about. All right, so thank you, Spirit. Pile number 3. Let's get messages for pile number 3. And if my spirit guides could just kind of remind me of the name of this crystal at some point in the reading, that'd be amazing, because I'm like straight up forgetting what it's called and it's driving me insane. This is, ooh, yeah, let's get some lovely messages for pile number 3. Oh my god. So I heard like getting loser, going shopping. I don't know why I thought about that. Okay. Basic ones in the reverse. Okay. So you have a lot of major arcana right now. So I feel like, wow. Wow, it could be a lot of spiritual related stuff. We have the Strength card. I think this is from the Alien movie with the weird aliens in the back. Okay, Strength card is also Leo. We have the Queen of Coins. That's Lara Croft. That's Angelina Jolie. Badass energy. I don't really know why they have her as the Queen of Coins. This deck confuses the fuck out of me. We have the Justice card in the reverse. Clint Eastwood. He kind of showed up at the bottom of the deck of the last pile as well. And then the High Priestess in the reverse. And this is Beetlejuice. That's Winona Ryder's character in Beetlejuice. I'm seeing pomegranates again, because the other pile, I think the Empress had like pomegranates. Weird. Okay. I think I might have to just pull clarifier cards for this, because there's a lot going on right now. Thanks for, let's pull some clarifier cards for pile number 3. The Strength card, Queen of Coins. Justice in the reverse. High Priestess in the reverse. Ten of Swords. Strength. Strength. Well, that's 9 of Wands. Cruelty, 9 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, 9 of Swords seriously has been in each pile. What, depending on the card, but it's been each pile. 9 of Swords. 3 of Swords, Sorrow in the reverse, which is also a different pile as well. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which we had last pile too. We had a couple Queen of Wands. Oh, let's hit my head on this. Okay. So, I feel like for some of you, maybe your foundation is kind of being shattered right now. Take that as you will. It could be a literal sense, or it could just be like in a spiritual sense. Maybe like everything you thought you knew is kind of like, you know, you're getting a different viewpoint of certain things. Okay. And I feel like spirit is just calling for you to like to stay strong and hold on to like your willpower, if that makes sense. Okay. Like Lara Croft, whatever. This was like Tomb Raider. And it's like, you know, she's kind of like fighting for her life. I mean, I haven't really seen Tomb Raider, but I just know the gist of it, honestly. But just that sense of like someone's fighting for their life, and she's kind of on her own. Like, I'm sure she might run into a couple people that might help her along the way, but she's dealing with all this by herself. You have Clint Eastwood, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's in the reverse with the Justice card. Yeah, like, you might be on the good side of justice, but maybe like a negative energy is prevailing right now. Okay. The High Priestess in the reverse, I feel like you're probably just questioning everything that you thought you knew right now. Okay, which is kind of making me feel like you could be in a bit of a tower moment, a bit of a dark stage right now in your life. You know, like as far as like your spiritual journey, your spiritual awakenings and all that are going. I see you like, you know, like I'm seeing like the death card, like rising, like a phoenix rising from the ashes and all that. I just feel like you're kind of overcoming a lot right now. Like there's a lot of things that are happening to you that really just are not fair. It's fucked up, and it's almost like you're kind of due. You're like retribution, you know. Like maybe your home life growing up. You could have been like in poverty, or maybe just something very traumatic happened in the family, and it's like taught you to be stronger now as you're older. I feel like some of you are probably like adults, you know, even if a young adult. I don't think anyone in here is like really young, but I feel like you've seen a lot of injustices in your life. Okay, like maybe even like straight up the judicial system. Like maybe you could have a loved one that was like incarcerated or something, and you had to kind of fend for yourself. Your family had to fend for themselves. I see like mostly just women here, so yeah, maybe your family had to rely more on like the matriarch, you know, the mother, the grandmother, whatever. The High Priestess in the reverse. I keep being drawn to this card right now, but I feel like there are just certain things that are kind of happening like below the surface, or things that were bubbling beneath the surface that you didn't know about until later, or like maybe you're about to find out about these things from your past, and like it'll kind of explain why you were struggling, why your family was struggling. I just feel like something was kept a mystery, you know? Maybe so you didn't really even see how unfair and unjust it really was, you know, for you. Making sure my camera's still recording. Because there was an ending here with the Ten of Swords. okay? Like a very detrimental ending. It could have been a death. It could have been like a backstabbing. It could have been just something ended in a terrible way with like bad blood and all that. Like, it wasn't like a happy ending. Just something was destroyed. That's why I keep saying like the foundation. Something was quite literally ruined, and you've maybe had to develop a thick skin. I feel like you're kind of desensitized nowadays to when terrible things are happening to you, because that's all you know. That's kind of something you grew up around and you've dealt with your entire life. The Nine of Swords in the reverse, and says cruelty. It may not have even been happening to you. Like maybe someone here is like a domestic violence survivor. Maybe you knew someone who was, a victim of abuse. Again, it could be in the family. Like maybe maybe your mother was being abused, maybe you had siblings that were being abused, and and you didn't realize it until later. Things like that. But you were probably you weren't made aware of it. Okay, you weren't really cognizant of it. Maybe you had nightmares about it and didn't know why, or maybe something happened like when you were already asleep. Okay, because like with the Nine of Swords, that's like someone staying up at night crying, but it's in the reverse. So just maybe there was like this home front making it seem like everything was okay, but you probably had a feeling that something wasn't perfect. Maybe you were like, something about my family is broken, something about this is completely broken, but I don't quite know what it is. I feel like maybe like if this is like with your parents or whoever, they probably put on an act in front of you and like your siblings. So like I said, like things were happening and you didn't quite realize what was happening. Yeah. And I feel like even like the fact that I don't even remember the name of this crystal, I feel like it's that same energy where it's just like it's like on the tip of your tongue. It's like you feel like something is happening. You feel like you can kind of feel that energy, but you don't quite know what it is. And maybe you're only just realizing it now. And you're trying to like kind of get over the sorrow of finding this out, okay, with the Three of Swords, because I feel like it's something very, very heartbreaking. Maybe, and I'm very sorry if this happened to you, but again, like if you have like a family member that was like a victim of domestic violence or something, maybe you didn't know about it, and then that family member passed away because of domestic violence, and then you had no idea that this was going on, and then suddenly they're gone. So it's like you're grieving this loss while also like kind of realizing what was happening, and you didn't know. Okay. And maybe you want to have the strength to leave if you were ever in a situation like that. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get some clarifier cards for this. Maybe when you were growing up, you felt like your family, you know, had some money, was pretty well off. I just kind of see like with the Six of Pentacles, you were always being gifted something or given something, but I feel like it was a distraction so that you wouldn't see like the dangers that were happening, you know, beneath the surface or behind closed doors. Okay, this could have been a masculine energy with the King of Wands. But like maybe if you had like a masculine figure and like they would yell at you for whatever reason over something small, and you're thinking like, why are you screaming at me? And then they're just like, oh, I'm sorry, let me take you out for some ice cream, you know, like just something to kind of like make up for the fact that they were yelling at you. And then to a bigger scale, if like, you know, if you have a mother, because I keep saying matriarch, if you had a mother that was being abused by a father or whatever, or a grandmother being abused by a grandfather, you know, whatever, maybe, you know, if they were hit, that masculine person would be like, I'm like, instead of saying I'm sorry directly, they might buy the feminine energy, like a necklace or, you know, like some flowers or whatever. So like, you know, from where you're standing, you're just seeing it as, oh, for example, my dad is so sweet to my mom, you know, he always buys her flowers, like whenever she looks like she's kind of sad or something, it's like he knows, and he buys her flowers, he buys her jewelry, whatever. But not realizing, oh, she looks miserable and upset because she's being abused, and he is, you know, trying to like make up for his random blow ups and bursts by buying her things. Or, and then yeah, for you as a child, it was a smaller scale where it's like you got yelled at, so then they just bought you some ice cream or bought you like a little random present, like, oh, you got an A on this paper or whatever, here, let me get you a random gift, just to kind of make it seem like you're coming from a perfect family. I feel like to mainly uphold some image, but there was a total injustice happening. There was something happening behind the scenes that you were not made aware of until maybe just recently, and it's like traumatizing coming from that and just realizing what was really going on, because it was a distraction. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. Enjoy like the fruits of your labor. Maybe for some of you, your family got out of this situation. Like maybe maybe the matriarch, the feminine energy was like, you know, had a life savings or something, and they had enough money to like, you know, take you, your siblings, your entire family away from this like abusive energy, you know, maybe. For some of you, this could just be your energy, especially with the whole strength card. Like, you know, for you, you're just like, I want to make enough, you know, start working and saving up all of my money so I can move out, because I don't want to be around this abusive energy. I don't want to be around this person. And you probably just didn't say anything until you're ready to leave, and you were trying to hide your money so that, you know, this person wouldn't get angry and hurt you because you're trying to get out of this situation. Okay. Ace of Wands in the reverse. That's like, no action being taken, or like stifled action. I'm sorry for how depressing this reading is. If you're living this though, you already know. I kind of feel like with this Ace of Wands and the reverse, I just feel like someone could have been like sexually assaulted, sexually abused by this person. You know, I just kind of feel like this energy of like, you know, not being able to like really the Ace of Wands can be a very sexual card in the upright, but it feels like this unwanted sexual energy. Okay. Wow. I feel like the other two readings kind of tied more into like spirituality. I feel like this can also have something to do with spirituality, but it's definitely just a lot happening just in your lifetime though. But a lot of people can have like a spiritual awakening after like a near-death experience, you know, or again, if a family member passed away after being abused, maybe you've had a bit of an awakening, and your, you know, like your higher self, your psychic abilities, whatever, have heightened once you've kind of made privy to what's been going on your entire life, and like what was really happening, and you're realizing it now, and you're just kind of like, I want different for my, you know, for my family. I want differently for my bloodline. I never want to be in that situation that my mother was in, that my grandma, my aunt was in. You know, I never want to be in that situation. I want to, you know, have this like loving, peaceful energy, you know. Thank you, Spirit. Let's clarify this more. Let's like tie it back to spiritual journey for this person and what it kind of means for them. Judgment. The Lovers. Too many cards. I do kind of feel like this is like karmic retribution. I feel like your positive karma is that you're going to be like in a relationship, in a union that is just completely loving. Like you're not going to be in this abusive relationship. I feel like maybe, you know, the person you end up with, your soulmate, your future spouse, however you want to really address it, they are going to you're not going to be in like this position of fight or flight when you're with this person, okay? Because yeah, if you dealt with a lot of like abuse and you've seen abuse growing up, you might be used to that and think that you know, but I feel like part of you is like, I deserve more than that. So I feel like you're awakening to like what you really deserve. Maybe as an adult you've been in relationships that were kind of abusive, or maybe someone was cheating on you, you know, but you're going to be with this soulmate of yours, or even just like people, like a soul family, and they're going to show you what love really is, okay? Like with this, you know, the Judgment card, again, you're getting karmic retribution, you're getting what you deserve, okay? The Nine of Coins. I feel like you're not going to have to do everything on your own anymore when you're around this group of people or this person. Okay, you'll feel safe with this person, because I feel like, you know, if say you ran away from home, or you moved out really at a young age to get away from this abusive energy, this abusive family that you were in, you've really been doing a lot on your own with these cards, you know, and that'll soon be over. We have the Star card in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like, you know, some like kind of healing energy is going to be coming your way now that you've kind of walked away from this abusive energy in the past, like mentally, emotionally, physically walked away from this abusive energy. You're now stepping into a time in your life where you feel a little more peace, a little more at ease, and you can start to kind of trust these people around you. But you'll know when you see them, but like yeah, just to kind of sum up then for pile 3, you're you're just used to seeing love in a certain way that was very abusive, whether physically or mentally, emotionally abusive. And you thought that that was maybe the norm, but part of you, maybe deep down, was like, I deserve better than this. I don't want to, I want to break this generational curse. Okay, so maybe like the women in your life, the matriarchs in your life have dealt with, cheating and physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, whatever, or really just unfulfilling marriages, and maybe just settling because they had a child with someone, so they had to stay with that person too. And you're kind of going to break that generational curse because like your spirit guides, your ancestors see what you dealt with when you're younger, what other people in your family have dealt with, and they don't want you to repeat that cycle. So they want to break that generational curse, and they're going to bring you real love. They're going to bring you real love where you don't have to feel like you have to take care of the whole family yourself. Maybe a lot of you had like single mothers too. Maybe they also had single mothers, and you're meant to have a partner, okay? And some of you could be gay, it doesn't have to be another man or whatever, another woman. You could be gay. But you are meant to have a loving, beautiful partnership, a beautiful marriage, be happy. You're not meant to just be a single parent or whatever, be on your own. You're meant to be with someone else, with someone that's very supportive, to you, and can remind you and show you what love really is after years of being exposed to the wrong thing. This is your justice. This is your judgment for you. Okay? Well, I hope that resonated. I hope that gave you some peace of mind, spirit pile number 3. I hope that gave you some peace of mind. I hope that you enjoyed that reading and that it made sense for you, and I hope that it wasn't like too dark or triggering either. But that's all I have. Again, you can watch another pile if you wish. Again, sorry if it's a bit of heavy energy, but I hope that you enjoy the pile nevertheless, and I will see you guys next time. All right, goodbye.